Inside Birmingham Children's Hospital, where an incredible young girl has just presented a cheque of more than £200,000 to the hospital. Elizabeth Soffe is only 7 years old, but she has raised all of this money for the hospital. She was just 6 months old when her cot caught fire, which resulted in her suffering third-degree burns to 60% of her body. But she's an incredible and resilient young girl. She joins me now. Elizabeth, how does it feel like that you have managed to raise so much money for the hospital?
Feels great.
Can you tell me how you did it?
I ran 1 mile every day. I was in isolation 2 times. I had to run 73 laps around my garden.
You ran 73 laps around your garden when you were in isolation. That's amazing, Elizabeth. I'm also joined by Dad Liam. Liam, just tell me, Elizabeth has been on an incredible journey. How has this, what impact did, what happened to her as a baby have on her?
Oh, it was a huge impact. Obviously, she looks very different. And she, struggles with movement sometimes because of the scars and the skin grafts. But she just kind of gets up and gets on with it, just becomes part of her life. Any time after an operation, she just bounces back really well. So she just treats everything with positivity and enthusiasm, especially this challenge. I mean, she got up every morning wanting to know when she was doing it, where we were doing it, and the rest of us were pulling straws to see who'd go with her.
How did she manage to raise all of this money? Because it was only £130,000 that you initially wanted to raise.
Yeah, that was the target because that's how much the machine cost. And to be honest, we didn't really think we'd get there. We thought we'd have to do a few more things over a year maybe. So it was amazing. It was the response it got. Thousands of people donated.
And how do you feel about her? You must be so proud.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. How could you not be? She's amazing, She's gone this incredible journey. If you told us 7 years ago, in the days after the fire, that we'd get to this point, it would have been. I just couldn't have imagined it. 7 years ago, she arrived here in one of these ambulances at 6 months old. And we didn't expect her to survive, but the team here put her back together. 70 operations, and this is the result of it. I'm delighted that she's been able to, give something back to the hospital.
When Elizabeth came to us, she was 6 months old, and she was very tiny, and she sustained massive burns back in Qatar. We very rarely see children under the age of 1 year with severe burns. It's very, very, very uncommon. And with Elizabeth was severe, was one of the severest that we have treated here in Birmingham. But she's resilient, and with the family support, and we persevered and we worked very well with her, and I think we have a great outcome today.
Elizabeth has presented the cheque of more than £200,000. What difference is this going to make to other children who've experienced burns?
Well, we hope that it'll help a lot of children. The machine treats any scarring to make them more movable and less visible. So that applies to not just children with burn scars, but also children with scars from operations and scars from trauma or injury. So we're hoping there'll be thousands of children that will benefit from this machine.
Excellent, that's great. Thank you so much, guys. Before you go, Elizabeth, I must ask you, what are you going to be doing to celebrate your amazing achievement?
I don't know.
We'll think of something, I'm sure.
What's your favourite thing to do?
Everything.
Everything. So Elizabeth is going to do everything to celebrate her amazing achievement. She's done a wonderful job raising more than £200,000. What an extraordinary young girl.